Hello everyone. Let us continue the numerical problem on continuous beam. So this is the next problem. Analyze the continuous beam shown in figure. So here point load is there, UDL, and triangular load is there, and point load is there. So let us open the STAAD Pro software by double clicking. Let's click on new project, give the name continuous beam a problem. Next you will select see the location and see the units also meter and kilometer. Let's click on next. Next add beam is there. Click on finish. So select the front view. So sorry, here already one node is created. So we have to delete this node. So use node cursor to select the node. Next click on the keyboard. You press delete. Next click yes. Next. So let us see the dimension of the stand length. This is 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 6 is 10, 10 plus, this is 1.5, total it is 11.5. So here the stand length is 10 meter. So if we increase also, so it will show you the 11, but you can't assign here 11.5 like this. See here, you can't assign like that. Or else you have to change this one to the 0.5 like this. Here if you change this one 0.5, the total grid length has been reduced to, so the grid length is 11, but the spacing between each is 5 meter. Or you have to increase this one by 22. So if you change this one to 22, so you have to change this one to 23. So it is a little bit complex. So total 23 grid lines are there. Each spacing is 0.5. So what we'll do, I will keep this one as 10 only, and this one as 1 only. So first let me, so select sorry, click on snap node bar beam. First I will create this to C node, I will create the beam. Next I will create this one later. First beam length is 3, 1. Next beam length is 3. This is 4. Click on 0. Next click on 1. Next click on 4. Next click on 10. Click on close. Now you can see here. This is 1 meter. This is 3, and this is 6 meter. Now here you can see the node numbers 1, x. This is x is 0, y is 0, and z is 0. Next second node, this node is at x is, this is 1 meter, and y is 0, z is 0. Next third node, it is at a 4 meter from this point. From this point it is 4 meter. From second node it is 3 meter. Y is 0, z is 0. Next fourth node, this one. From this first node to here it is at a distance of 10 meter. So for 1.5 meter beam span length, I had to mention this one as 11.5, and this one is 0, 0. So here one more node in, the node has been created of length it is 1.5. So if you want to see the dimension, click on dimension. So it is not showing for this one. So first we have to create the a line for this one. So you click on add beams here, click on fourth node, and click on fifth node. Now it is beam has been created. Next click on dimension, display. Now see the dimension. This is 1, 3, 6, and 1.5 meter. I will remove this one. So next you have to assign the, so here also he has not specified any dimension for the beam. So you assume any dimension for the beam. Click on general, create define, next rectangle. I will assume 0.4 by 0.35. Click concrete, next click on add, close. So it is uniform for all the beams. So use this beam cursor and select all the beam like this. Next, assign to the selected beam. Click on assign. Yes. Next, you have to assign the supports. All are pinned support at A, B, C. So click on support, create, pin, add. So this one you have to assign. Use cursor to assign. Click on assign. Click on node 2, node 3, and node 4. Click on close. So now the support has been assigned now. Next, let us assign the load. This is exactly acting on the node, that is D node 25, and this load is acting exactly on the node E. This is my acting downward minus 25. This is also acting downward minus 20. So let us create the loads. Click on loads and load definitions. Let's click on load case details. Click on add. Let's give the name as load case 1. Add, close. Let's click on load case 1. Click on add. So as those two are nodal load, this is nodal load, this is also nodal load, minus 25 and minus 20. So it is nodal load acting at node. So the value, it is kilonewton, this is minus 25 kilonewton. Click on add, and another one is minus 20. Click on add, click on close. So it is assigned now. So similarly, some more loads are there. We'll assign that one also. So minus 25 over, this is minus 20 over. So this load is UDL minus 20 kilonewton per meter, and this is minus 40 triangular load. Minus 20 and minus 40. Those two are member load. Member load UDL minus 20 acting global y-axis. So it is acting over whole span, that is BC. So click on add. Next is click on linearly varying load. So here one trapezoidal load is, one triangular load is there. So you click on the triangular load, this one. W3 is the triangular load, and this is the trapezoidal load, W1, W2. So what is the W3 value is there? 40, that is minus 40 acting downward. Minus 40 by Y local. Click on add, close. So let us assign the load now. This is minus 25 at the first node. Use cursor to assign. Click on first node. Next minus 20, fifth node. Next this uniformly distributed load on this beam. Next this linearly varying load on this beam. Click on close. So we are unable to see the load. Click on this loads. Now let us increase the size scale of the scale. Click on loads, load value to view the load values. Next click on scales. So 0.4s will increase the size by 70. Apply. Okay. Now you can see the change in the scale of the point load. This is minus 25, this is minus 20, this is minus 40, and this is minus 20. So it is as it is. So next step is you click on analysis and print. No print. Click on add, close. It will ask for run analysis. Analyze, run analysis, save. Next zero error is there. Click on go to processing mode. Done. Select the load case 1. Okay. So deflection button is on. I will tick this one. Next, first I will check the bending moment diagram. So this is the bending moment diagram. Let us verify the results. View value, beam results, and midpoint I want close. So this is midpoint value. So this is the bending moment at the support. So let us verify. So here it is, at this end it is 0, at C it is 30, and at midpoint it is 15. At this point it is 15. So at this midpoint it is, see, this is 70.84, is it? This is 70.96. Similarly here also. So it is 25 is there, and 24 we can see, and 68. So all the values are correct. So the analysis what we have done is correct. So you know how to take the picture of this one. So next we will see the bend deflection. Control, scroll the mouse upward. So this beam will bend like this. This will hog like this. This is hogging. This is sagging. This is sagging. This is hogging. So to avoid this one, you have to provide the main reinforcement for this one at the top and for this one at the top bottom. So similarly, to view the shear force, click on shear force, click on results, P value, beam results, shear force at ends and midpoint, annotate, close. So to increase the scale, control and scroll the button upward. This is the shear force diagram. So this problem is that. So I will assume some more problem on the continuous beam. Click on file, new project, select plane. So already here this is continuous beam 8th problem, this one. So you give this one as continuous beam 9th problem, meter and kilometer. Click on next, add beam finish. So I will assume some dimension and some loads. So let me increase the uh, beam span length as 12. Okay. So let me create a beam. This one, the first beam has 3 meter, I will assume. Next beam I will assume as 4 meter. Next beam length I will assume as 12 meter. I will click close. So let us assign the property for this one. Define rectangle. This is I will assume 0.4 by 0.35 and close. Next I will assign the select the beam cursor. Select the whole beam. Click assign. So it is assigned now. Click on close. So I'll press Shift N to view the no numbers. Next, I will assign the supports, create. So I will assume fixed support here and roller support at fourth node. I will assume pin support at 2 and 3 and roller at the fourth node. So roller for roller, click on fixed butt. So here, so if you see the roller, so I will show the roller. So this is the roller. So this roller, when you push it, it either it move right side or left side. It is not having any restraint along x-axis. It can easily move along x-axis. So for this one example is, best example is your gate, rolling gate. So it will move horizontally. So but in the z direction, it won't move. towards you, it won't move. Only it will move in this direction. Even it will not move vertical. If the roller is like this, the roller has if it is the roller is placed like this. So with this roller, it will move upward and downward. It is not having any restraint. For this one example is the shutters. So but this won't move in this direction and in this direction. Here in this one, it won't move upward or downward. And for this one also, it won't move along x-axis like this. So you can see your any shutters, you can move along the vertical axis. Can't be moved horizontally. The gate you can move horizontally. It can't be moved vertically. So here, so here you have to release the fx. That is, it will move along x-axis. Okay, it can't be moved along y-axis and it can't be moved along z-axis. So it won't carry the rollers won't carry any movement. You release all these things. Click on add. So this is the roller. Okay. Select the fixed support. Use cursor to assign. Click on node 1. Next choose the inner support. Click on node 2 and node 3. Next I will choose the roller support and I will click on the node 4. Click on close. So let me assign some load for this one. Click on load and definitions. Click on load case details. Click on add. Give the name load case 1. Click on add. Close. Select load case 1. Click on add. So let me assume some only for some portion the UDL is acting. Let me assume that problem. So minus 20. So let me assume this one is acting. So this is I will assume for the whole beam minus 20. And mm, after assigning, I will show the load. So let me show this one, and I will take. So this is your beam. So for this beam, I will assume 20 kN per meter acting overall length, and I will assume some point loads acting here for this beam, and I will assume the UDL is acting only for some part of the beam like this. Okay, and for this one, I'm consider for the whole beam that is minus 20. This one. So let me read the dimension first. This place, this is 3, this is 4. Again, click on load case 1. Already one load is created. Click on add. I will create some more loads. Member load, that is concentrated force. So I will take some minus 50. So first load, it is acting, it is at a distance 1 meter from this node, 1 meter global y axis. click on add. So next load I will assume some minus 70 kilonewton acting at 3 meter. I will click on add. Next I will assume some uniform force of minus 15. So I will assume a distance starts from the distance T1 and set 4 global y-axis. Click on add, close. As this is 5 meter, this load starts at from this node at 2 meter and ends at 4 meter. This load, so this load is acting over the full span of this beam, and this load, it is concentrated load, global y-axis, that is minus 15 load. It is at a distance 1 meter from the left support, and this load minus 70, it is at a distance 3 meter from this first node, that is second node. So let me assign this one. So minus 20, use cursor to assign, click on this one. So it is acting over whole span. Next I'll select this one, I'll click on this one. It is acting at distance 1 meter. So I'll click on this one, click on this beam. It is acting at 3 meter from the left support. Next take this one, click on this one. See here, this load is starting from 2 meter from this support and ending at 4 meter from the left support. From here to here it is 4. From here to here it is 2. I will show this is 2 and this is 4. This is 2 meter. This is 4 meter. So it shows the UDL is acting over a span of 4 minus 2 is, it is acting over a length of only 2 meter. So let me reduce the scale of this one. Right click on this one. So I will close this one. On this one, click on right click on this window, click on labels, click on load value, next click on load scales, 70. Okay. Now see, this is minus 20, this is minus 50, minus 70, and this is minus 15 the per meter. So let me analyze this one. Analysis and print. No print. Click on add, close. Next, analyze, run analysis, save. So zero error is there. Click on go to post processing mode. Done. Select load case one. Okay. So deflection is on. So bending moment. No bending moment. Zero. So this is the bending moment diagram. So let me view the results. View value. Beam results. And semi point. Click annotate. Close. So here it is 5.112 is there. Here it is 35.21. At this midpoint of the beam, it is 24.14, and at this support 36.19. And here at this support and midpoint of this beam, it is 10.03. And at the roller, if you add, it won't carry any load. It is zero only. If you want to see the shear force, click on FY. So this is the shear force diagram. Results, view value, beam results, shear force against, and midpoint, annotate, close. The shear force diagram. Similarly, to see the deflection, click on deflection, control and scroll the cursor upward. This is the deflection of the beam. So let us end the class now.